Hey, what's up, everybody? Today's video is gonna be on being relentless, right? You know, with anything you do, you want to be relentless, especially if it's a certain goal you want to accomplish. You know, you have to be relentless, right? You know, it's no half in, half out. You gotta be all the way in with this shit. You know, you gotta be all the way in, and being all the way in, you have no choice but to be relentless. You have to keep showing up every single day. You have to keep on giving it your best every single day, even in the face of adversity or difficulty. You know, you have to. You know, you have no fucking choice. You know, I made a video, I say about 2 weeks ago, talking about you have no choice but to move forward. That's part of being relentless and moving forward. You have to be a forward thinker while being if you're going to be relentless. You have to be a forward thinker. You know, certain shit might come into you, some shit gonna come in your life, some shit gonna go, right? But guess what? You still gonna be relentless. You still have to be relentless. You have to keep moving forward. You have to be unstoppable. You know, I'm gonna keep saying this, you know, because this is what I stand on. You know, I'm a firm believer. You have to be unstoppable. You have to be relentless. You have to be a forward thinker. You know, you just have no choice but to, no matter what you go through in life. You know, cause a lot of things, you know, a lot of situations may happen to, you know, to certain people, and it'll either make them or break them. You know, they'll let that shit just knock their ass down. You know, they are sitting around, you know, feeling sorry for themselves, drowning, you know, just drowning their sorrow, you know, being depressed and all that. You know, instead of, you know what, all right, what can I learn from this situation? You know, think about it, you know, analyze it. Okay, cool, boom, move forward. You got to forget about it. You know, it's just a lot of things now that I came to realization, you know, as I'm getting older. You know, it's just like, okay, analyze the situation. You gotta fucking go, move forward. Can't keep fucking thinking back at that shit. You know, be in your feelings for 5 minutes, man. Like, hey, shout out to Immortal Minds. He be like, you know, he said something in the video. He's like, be in your feelings for 5 minutes, you know, then get back to it. You know, get back to it. Get back to it. Know who you are. Remember who you are, right? You know, because by you being, you know, keep thinking about what happened, that situation, you just keep bringing it back into the now, and now you're not even moving nowhere at all. You're just still in the same spot. You keep bringing back that same situation into the now. Instead of being like, you know what? All right, right now, this is the fuck I am for until the day I die. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be relentless in that, because your mind is gonna be relentless on you as well, because your mind's gonna keep trying to keep you in that same spot. You right? So you have to be relentless with the mindset as well. You have to fight back in your mind. You have to get on your side, you know, with your mind, because most of us are not on our own side, you know, especially when it comes mentally, you know, through self-doubt. Every time we tell ourselves we're gonna do something, we don't do it. Every time we procrastinate, every time we don't follow through with our words and our actions, every time we lie to somebody, you know, every time, you know, we not moving in love, it just, all that counts, right? And you have to be on your side, which is what comes with being relentless. You have to be on your side, man. You know, especially on the mental level, because all this is really mental. You have to be on your fucking side at all times. You know, and your mind's gonna try to trick you to, you know, try to betray you, to make you think a certain way. You know, so then now you're not even moving the needle forward, because now you believe in what this side of your brain is telling you, right? But when you're relentless, you know you're gonna do what it takes. You know, you're gonna keep going because you know who the fuck you are, right? And that's just really the main message of the video. That's really the main thing I wanted to say today. You know, be relentless. You know, stay relentless no matter what. Even when life gets quote unquote good, stay relentless. You know, because a lot of times you get some things, a lot of things go good, and then we want to relax, you know, get complacent, right? But that's where you could drop the ball at every single fucking time. You know, once you get it, and then, okay, I could chill for a little bit, and then that's when you lose it. You know, you have to keep that same relentless mentality no matter fucking what. You know, it's like, okay, I could have 100,000 subscribers, you know, but guess what? I'ma still do the same thing I was doing on the way up. You know, I'm gonna remain relentless. I'm gonna remain doing that. The same thing I did, because I know one slip up could fuck up everything, right? And that's what I'm saying. You just gotta remain in that mindset for the rest of your life. Every fucking day, you know, is zero. You start from zero. You know, every single day you start from zero. How about that? Keep fucking going. You know, keep you in that relentless mentality. You know, and like I said, things gonna happen. Situations will occur in your life. You know, certain things just may happen, but guess what? How you gonna perceive it? You know, you gonna let that shit just break you, and then guess what? Worrying, complaining, crying about shit ain't did nothing, right? It ain't did nothing. So how about you know what? Bet. All right, this is what I could do right now. Boom, move the needle forward. And guess what? Where you gonna get more results from? For sitting there worrying, or you be like, you know what? Fuck it, I ain't got no worries. I know I'm good. You know, I know who the fuck I am. You gonna get the results from know who the fuck you are, and moving the needle forward. You know, sometimes I get slept up on my words or whatever. You know, sometimes like my mind, what I be saying in my mind already be said, and then I be saying it. You know, it come out a little weird. You know, I'm trying to get better on camera and talking and all that. You know, but like I said though, you know, every day is a great day. Every day is a new day to be great. You know, in whatever way they may be for you. You know, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to accomplish, be relentless. If you want to be the best, you want to be the best father, you know, the best spouse, whatever, be relentless in that, you know, to be that, whatever it may be. You know, it just, anything you do, whatever goal you want to accomplish, you have to be relentless. You just no option, you know, you have no choice. You know, and coming being relentless, like I said, you can't be moved by things. You can't let shit stop. You can't let shit knock you off course. You know, shit trying, boom, you got it. You know, shit trying to push you all over here, push you back, and all that. But you gotta keep moving forward. You gotta keep running. You gotta keep moving forward. You gotta keep moving forward. You gotta keep moving. So knock you out, boom, right back. Boom, right back. Push you back. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Coming again. You just gotta keep coming. You know. So that's today's video. Hope you're having a great one. Out.